The following is a presentation of Retro Sports Network and made possible by patrons like you. If you're interested in having a game or a series made of your games, consider a gift to Patreon on my behalf, or a gift to me from Patreon at patreon.com/Retro Sports Network. All one word. Hi there, I'm Ron Juckett, and welcome to what I think, if I can find where I'm supposed to be, a very interesting evening of baseball, or afternoon of baseball, whenever you watch this. Normally when we do these, we do them live, of course. You have lunch with us and watch, but today we're doing an experiment. Kurt Berglund, a regular watcher and a Patreon of the channel, or submitted this gift, wants to do a series of 3 games between the 2018 Milwaukee Brewers and the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers. He sent me lineups, and so we're going to play this best of 3 series using Action PC, but he's also going to use on his own APA, Stratomatic, I'm not sure which level of Strat, and maybe Deep Drive. And so this series is going to be done, this series will be done in Action PC, but he is testing 4 different game engines to see if he can see what kind of results he can get. He wants the 82 team to win. The 82 team has home field advantage. We will have a DH for games 1, obviously, and game 3 if we need it. If it does go to a game 3, of course. Game 2 will be across the street over at Miller Park, and there will be no DH because Milwaukee, of course, is a National League team now. And yes, don't give me any grief about the Brewers logo from 2018. I know that's not the right one, but it'll have to suffice. Anyway, so it's interesting to see what would happen in the different engines. And obviously, you're not going to get a deep statistical dive into things because you really should do probably 80 to 162 games to see how they stack up. And a computer semi-ran with the DH. The 82 Brewers were significantly better. I think they won 87, 88 games. In real life, these two teams were half a game difference from each other. I believe the 82 Brewers won 97 and the 2018 Brewers won 96. So on paper, very, very similar teams, but 2 contrasting styles, of course. The 82 Brewers, Harvey Wallbangers as they were known, loads and loads of offense and not a lot of pitching. But you're going to see Pete Vukovich here in game 1, who threw 223 innings. I think Mike Caldwell is scheduled to go game 3. You'll see Don Sutton in game 2. So pitchers went longer. Raleigh Fingers is in play, so you might only see 2 pitchers, maybe 3 from the 82 Brewers. The 18 Brewers didn't have a complete game. You're going to see the bullpen early and often. In fact, in game 3, you might even see an opener situation, although the computer would handle that, and I don't think it's capable of handling an opener situation unless that changed. So 2 different styles of baseball, 2 great Milwaukee teams. Which one is going to reign supreme? Well, we're going to do games 1 and 2 in this video, and if we need a game 3, we'll record that separately. So for now, relax. It's the 2018 Milwaukee Brewers and 1982 Milwaukee Brewers from County Stadium, a cool, clear night in Milwaukee. And any way you slice it, gang, Bob Uecker's going to be happy. So let's introduce the teams. Pete Vukovich is on the hill for the Old-Time Brewers. He went 18-6 in 1982, a big part of their World Series drive, which fell just like the 18 team, 1 game short of the ultimate goal. Of course, the Brewers lost to the Cardinals in 82 and lost to the Dodgers in 18 in the NLCS. And so probably the only time in baseball history that you can possibly lose to 2 National League teams without going to the World Series. How about that? All right, so Vukovich 18-6 with a 3.34 ERA. In 223 2/3 innings, he allowed 234 hits, 14 homers, 102 walks, and 105 strikeouts. And man, that is so different from today's baseball. Pitching to contact, not necessarily throwing it in the strike zone, and letting the chips fall where they may. The lineup that he'll face, Lorenzo Cain will lead off and play center. For the modern Brewers, Christian Yelich, the right fielder, will bat second. Travis Shaw will play second and bat third. Aguilar will clean up at first. Ryan Braun, the left fielder, will bat fifth. Mike Moustakas, third baseman for Milwaukee, of course, was with Kansas City for years. He'll bat sixth. Eric Thames, the DH, will bat seventh, and there's no DH in Game 2, by the way. Pena, the catcher, Nona Colada, will bat eighth, and Arcia is at short, and he will bat ninth. Julius Shakeen is your pitcher. He will go about 100 pitches. Defensively for the 82 Brew Crew, Ben Ogilvy's in left. He's a 9 and a 7. Storm Gorman Thomas is 7 and 6 in center. Charlie Moore, a 7 and 9 in right. Paul Molitor, a 7 at third. Robin Yount, a 10 at short. Jim Gantner, a 6 at second. Cecil Cooper, an 8 at first. And Ted Simmons, a 5 and a 6 behind the plate. So Vukovich, and yes, we reverted back to the old historical pitchers. You really can't have a dual set between 82 and 18 very easily. And so you can see Pete pitching for the White Sox in that picture. Lorenzo Cain steps in the box for this 3-game set, maybe, at 308, 10 homers and 38 RBI. Infield back, and we're ready to go. Vukovich steals ball 4, so that's not the start that the older team wanted, but Cain not really that much of a threat to steal, at least off the start. Here's Christian Yelich, resurrected from Miami at 326, 36 homers, and 110 RBI. Scored 118 runs and struck out 135 times, which is more than what Vukovich threw all that season. He delivers, and there's a ground ball base hit up the middle. Cain will hold at second. Thomas throws it back in, and the modern Brew Crew has 2 on and nobody out for Travis Shaw. Travis at 241, 32 homers and 86 RBI. He also struck out more than Vukovich delivered the entire year. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Pete delivers ball 4, and so Vukovich is not getting a good start. The modern team has him loaded for Jesus Aguilar at 274, 35 homers and 108 RBI. So Vukovich has walked 2 and given up a hit. 63 degrees, no wind, and already 50,000 1982 fans a bit apprehensive before they can even take some swings. Pitch from Vukovich. Fly ball to left. Ogilvy will have it. Cain will tag at third. Ogilvy's throwing home. Here's the play at the plate. There really won't be. Cain is safe. And runners move to second and third. 1 out. 1-0, 18. And now bring up Ryan Braun at 254, 20 homers and 64 RBI. Rough start for Vukovich. Pitch to Braun. Fly ball to left. Ogilvy moves over in the corner, makes the catch. Yelich will tag and score without a throw. Ogilvy had to kind of reach in the stands to grab it away. He gets the out, and it's 2-0, 18. Brings up Mike Moustakas at 256. Only had 195 at-bats. 8 homers and 33 RBI. So the 18 team puts 2 on the board on Vukovich early. Delivers, and there's a base hit up the middle. Shaw scores. Moustakas stops at first. Thomas throws it back in, and it's 3-0 Milwaukee. Well, 18. Here's Eric Thames at 219, 16 homers and 37 RBI. So Vukovich didn't expect to get hit this hard. Trails by 3. Thames to right. Moore will have it, and that will finally retire the side. 2018 puts 3 runs on the board, 2 hits and no errors. Half an inning in the books. They lead 3-0. Here come the Wallbangers. So let's tell you about Julius Shakeen. He went 15-8. He was the only 10-game winner for the Brewers last year. had an ERA of 3.5, 192 and 2/3 innings, 153 hits, 18 homers, 71 walks, and 156 strikeouts. He had a whip of 1.163. You remember Vukovic's whip was about 1.5. Lineup he will face. Paul Molitor will bat first and play third. Robin Yount is your shortstop. Batting second, Cecil Cooper will play first and bat third. Ted Simmons behind the plate cleans up. Ben Ogilvy, the left fielder, bats fifth. Gorman Thomas, the center fielder, will bat sixth. Roy Howell is your DH. He'll go seventh. Notice a trend here. It's all left, right, left, right, left, right. Charlie Moore, the right fielder, will bat eighth. Jim Gantner will bat and play right. Jim Gantner, the second baseman, bats ninth. And Vukovic threw 32 pitches in the first. So whatever advantage he might have had coming in is off the board, trailing by 3. Defensively for the 18 Brew Crew, Ryan Braun is a 6-3 in left. Lorenzo Cain is a 10-8 in center. That's pretty good. Christian is 7-4 in right. Moustakas is 7 at third. Arcia an 8 at short. Shaw a 7 at second. Aguilar a 7 at first. That's actually a very good defensive unit. Shakeen, by the way, is an 8. And Pena is a 7 and 8 behind the plate. Paul Molitor at 302. 19 homers and 71 RBI. 3-0 modern Brewers. Shakeen delivers and Molly grounds out one to Aguilar. Flips it to Shakeen, 1 away. So that brings up Robin Yount at 331. 29 homers. He had 12 triples and 114 RBI. Yount looking his mid-70s best in that picture. Swings and sends this one to center. Back goes Cain. Makes the catch on the track, and there's 2 away. Not a breath of wind here, so there's really no advantage. We are outdoors for Game 1. Game 2, of course, will be indoors. And that'll bring up Cecil Cooper at 313, 32 homers, and 121 RBI. And yes, he was with the Red Sox. Shakeen delivers, and Cooper sends this one to right. Yelich has it lined up, and the Brew Crew go down in order. So the Wallbangers, no runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, only 13 pitches from Shakeen. It's the blah, 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 blah. The 18 team with 3, the 82 team with zip. So it's Manny Pena, Arcia, and Cain to follow. Manny, 252, 9 homers, and 28 RBI. Vukovic hopes to settle in, and Pena strikes out. He swings and misses at an 0-2 pitch, 1 away. Brings up Orlando Arcia. Both teams have the computer set limit at 25. Don Sutton was not in the initial limit, but since he is the Game 2 starter, I had to make him that way. And Mike Moustakas was not in the initial 18 group, so he was made active. Anyway, 1 away. Here's Arcia. Fly ball, shallow left. Ogilvy comes in, and that's an out, so 2 away. We're using a blended offense and defense here between 82 and 2018 to give both teams an equal chance to do what they can do. Lorenzo Cain, by the way, walked and scored his first time up. Vukovic, first 9 in a not-so-neat and tidy inning in 2/3 and 39 pitches. 2 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout, one of them being Cain, who scored. Vukovic deals, and Cain fouls out one down to third base side. We'll get to that video in a bit. So the count is a ball and 2 strikes. Vukovic deals, struck him out. So a better inning for Vukovic and Harvey's Wallbangers that time. No runs, no hits, no errors. Inning and a half in the books. The modern team leads 3-0. So it'll be Ted Simmons, Ben Ogilvy, and Gorman Thomas here in the bottom of the second. They face Shakeen, who got the sign in order on 13 pitches in the first. Shakeen is ready. and deals. And Simmons, fly ball right center. Back goes Kane. Makes the catch, one away. So Shakeen, who never pitched in this ballpark. In fact, I don't think any of the players were in baseball for the modern Brewers when this was an active stadium. Faces Ben Ogilvy, 244, 34 homers, and 102 RBI. Pitch to Ben, fly ball to right. Lots of fly balls. Yelich is there. Out. So 5 up and 5 down for Gorman Thomas. 245, 39 home runs, and 112 RBI. Shakeen deals, and Thomas strikes out. He swung on and missed a 1-2 breaking ball, and that will retire the side. The Wallbangers, no runs, no hits, no errors. 2 down, Milwaukee's 18 team, 3, the 82 team, 0. That brings up Yelich, who singled and scored. 18 team got 3 in the first, and that's it. They left on 1. Vukovic deals, and Yelich strikes out. A 1-2 on the inside corner, and an 87-mile-an-hour fastball fooled him. Brings up Travis Shaw, who walked and scored in the first. So Vukovic has settled in and is now whiffed 3. Pitch to Shaw, ball 4. The one thing that the 18 team did well that the 82 team did not was pitch. That 82 team gave up over 700 runs. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar in a sac fly his first time up. Shaw leads off at first. Vukovic throws over to Cooper, and Shaw's back. Now he goes home, and Aguilar strikes out. It caught the inside corner on an 0-2 pitch. So 2 out, and Vukovic is now dealing. Here's Braun with an RBI. Also hit a sac fly his first time up. Pitch to Braun. There goes Shaw. The throw down to Gantner is not in time. So Shaw with the steal. And an 0-1 count to Braun. 3-0 modern Brewers over the Wallbangers. Pitch to Braun is a base hit right side. That was a big steal. Shaw will score, and it's now 4-0 18. And so here comes Moustakas, who's 1 for 1. Vukovic kind of shaking his head. But when you have a opponent batting average against a 275 and a whip of 1.502, a good offense is going to nail you. Pitch to Moustakas is a ground ball to short. Yount. Oh my goodness, he dove. Quick flip to Gantner to retire the side. A run on a hit, no errors. 2.5 in the books. It's Milwaukee's new kids 4. The old kids nothing. Brings up Roy Howell at 260, 4 homers and 38 RBI. So Shakeen is the first 2 innings down on 22 pitches. Deals to Howell. Chopper to third. Moustakas almost on the grass. Long throw over to Aguilar, and Howell is out. So a bang-banger. And 1 away for Charlie Moore, who is not the Mad Fisherman. 254, 6 homers, and 45 RBI. Shakeen winds and deals, and Moore reaches on the walk, and that's the first base runner for Milwaukee, or the 82 team. It's tough when you have the same names in the same city. Gantner at 295, Jim hit 4 homers and 43 RBI. Runner on first, 1 out. Shakeen finally put a base runner on for the 18 team. Pitch to Gantner, fly ball to right. Yelich comes in, makes the catch, 2 away. So through 9 batters, Shakeen has thrown 36 pitches. That's the good news for the Wallbangers. 2 2/3 innings, a walk and a strikeout. Molitor is 0 for 1. Shakeen deals, and there's a fly ball to center. Kane goes over and makes a catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left after 3. Brewers 4, Wallbangers zip. So Thames, Pena, and Arcia to face Vukovic here in the fourth. Thames is 0 for 1. Vukovic deals, ground ball, first base side, foul. So it's a full count, and this will be a bullpen game for the Wallbangers as Vukovic is already at 70 pitches. Here we go. Ground ball, squibbed foul, third base side, and we'll do it again. So Thames is working Vukovic hard here. Here we go. And there's a ground ball to Gantner in the hole, perfectly positioned over to Cooper for the out. So 1 out for Manny Pena, who struck out his first time up. Vukovic is ready. Deals. Right back to Pete. Over to Cooper, 2 out. So a fast fourth so far. Here's Arcia. Orlando is 0 for 1. Vukovic would love to set the side down in order. And it's a fly ball to left. Ogilvy goes away back there, and that's off the wall. That hits by the foul pole, but it's fair. And Arcia is into second, standing. He took a glance at third and thought better of it. So that's the fourth hit for the 18 squad. And Vukovic will now face Lorenzo Cain for the third time. 18 batters in. This is not what the 82 team wanted. 3 2/3 innings, 84 pitches, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 4 strikeouts. As they're trying to get the cat hair off my face. Vukovic delivers. Cain, liner right to Gantner, and that will retire the side. So the double does not hurt. No runs, a hit, and no errors. The 18 crew leave a runner on. 3.5 in the books. 4-0 New Kids. So Yount, Cooper, and Simmons to face Shakeen in the bottom of the fourth. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and 3 left on for the National League champions. And the American League champions have just left a runner on. Shakeen delivers. Yount, ground ball to Aguilar. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 out. Brings up Mr. Cooper. Hanging with Cecil is 0 for 1. Shakeen's pitch. And there's a fly ball left center. Cain goes back to the track and makes the catch for the second out. Brings up Ted Simmons, who's 0 for 1. Shakeen rocks and deals. Fly ball to right. Yelich comes in and makes the catch and to retire the side. And Vukovic is giving me the fatigue warning here to start the fifth. Ouch. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 4. National League's 4, American League nothing. So it'll be Yelich, Shaw, and Aguilar here in the fifth. Yelich is 1 for 2. He has scored a run. The cat is snoring on my leg, by the way. Vukovic wipes. He's got a full mustache there that you can't see, and I think he had a beard too. No, I take it back. He just had the Fu Manchu mustache. He delivers, and Yelich will squirm that one into right center. Charlie Moore picks it up, and that's the 5th hit for the NL squad. Travis Shaw has walked twice, stole a base, and scored twice. He has yet to put the ball in play. Pitch from Vukovic, Shaw, right field, Moore, 1 away. Yelich goes back. That brings up Aguilar. Aguilar has struck out and hit a sac fly. He's 0 for 1. Vukovic can go about 30 more pitches. They were hoping for 7. He might not make it out of the 6th. The pitch. Liner right to Yount. Yelich is doubled off. How about that? So they got Christian Yelich napping off at first. Smart play by Yount. It goes 6-6-3 on the DP. So, halfway home in game 1 of the set, it's the National League Brewers 4, the American League 3, or nothing. Is this going to work this time? It didn't work before. Oh, now it works just fine. So let's give you the in-game box score. And Vukovic, I mean, he hasn't pitched well. He's put on 7 base runners over 5 innings. It's about what his whip is, and Shakeen has only put on the 1 base runner. And Yelich is 2 for 3. And we won't talk about the bagels for the 82 Brewers. So Ogilvy, Thomas, and Howell for the American League squad here in the 5th. Ben is 0 for 1. Shakeen's pitch, fly ball to center. Back goes Kane to the track. He makes the catch. Kane has 6 putouts. That's a lot. Gorman Thomas struck out first time up. The only strikeout from Shakeen. Here's the pitch. And there's a liner to Braun and left, and Ryan has it lined up for the catch. 2 out for Roy Howell, who is 0 for 1. Shakeen deals, struck him out. He swung on and missed it. Fastball, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, and no errors. After 5, National League 18-4, American League 82 zip. So Vukovich will start the 6th. Braun, Moustakas, and Thames for the National League team. Braun is a single. He also has 2 RBI, 1 for 1. Also a sac fly in there. Pitch from Vukovich, and there's a fly ball to left. Ogilvy goes back and makes a diving stop to get it. He got a late jump, but with good speed, he's got the range, and he made the catch. So 1 out, top the 6th for Moustakas, who has a single. He's 1 for 2. Drove in a run, 4-0, 2018ers. Vukovich, ground ball to Gantner in front of the bag at second, over to Cooper for the out. So Vukovich is now conserving some pitches, and he may actually pitch into the 7th. Here's Thames, who was 0 for 2. Vukovich, fly ball to right. Moore's got it. And the National League squad goes down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. 5 in the books. The NL Brewers 4, the American League Brewers nothing. And I mean nothing. So Shakeen will face Moore, Gantner, and Molitor here in the bottom of the 6th. Charlie Drew will walk his first time up. The lone base runner for the American League. Shakeen's pitch, Moore. Ground ball to Shaw at second. Over to Aguilar for the out. 1 away. Here's Gantner. Jim is 0 for 1. Shakeen. He's on such a roll, he can butter his own damn thing. Gantner, base hit right side. First hit for the 80 Brewers. So Gantner with a single, and there goes the no-hitter, FP. And so through 18 batters, Shakeen has thrown 70 pitches, 5 in the 3rd innings. 1 hit, you just saw it, a walk, that was to Moore, and 2 strikeouts. And so the Wall Bangers have got somebody on finally. Here's Paul Molitor, he's 0 for 2. Shakeen deals, fly ball to center, back goes Kane, makes the catch, Gantner scampers back. So 2 out for Yount, who's 0 for 2. Shakeen delivers, Yount, fly ball to left, Braun goes in the corner and makes the catch. So the hit goes for naught. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 6, it's the National League Brewers 4, the American League Brewers nothing. So Pena, Arcia, and Kane to face Vukovich here in the 7th at 107 pitches and 25 batters. Pena's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch, ball 4. 3-0 was low. And so here's Arcia, not a threat to bunt. 1 for 2, he's got himself a double. Pena on first. Top of the 7th, nobody out. Vukovich deals, and there's a ground ball to Cooper. Might be 2. Yount for 1. Over to Vukovich. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. 3-6-1 if you're scoring. And if you're scoring at home on a fake tape game, goodness, why would you? I know Al says it's good for you, but really. So that brings up Lorenzo Cain, who's 0 for 2. So Vukovic has survived his 27 batters on 114 pitches. 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs all earned. He has walked 4 and struck out 4. And if you look at the whip, he's actually doing better than he did in real life. But Shakeen has just been the ace. Cain is 0 for 2. He has walked, struck out, and scored. Vukovic delivers, and there's a base hit past Gantner. And that's the 6th hit. Brings up Yelich. And so we look to see about who we have. And the only lefty we have is Jamie Easterly. So you might as well bring in Raleigh Fingers, and that's just what we'll do. The one advantage for the 82 Brewers is that Fingers is going to be available all 3 games. He, of course, was injured in the playoffs and World Series and did not play. So in 82, he went 5-6 with 29 saves, a 2.60 ERA, 79 2/3 innings, 63 hits, 5 homers allowed. And that's key because this team can rake. 20 walks and 71 strikeouts. Yelich has singled twice. He's 2 for 3. And struck out once and scored. So Fingers is ready. 56 degrees, not a breath of wind. Cool, comfortable, and clear. Pitch from Fingers, and Yelich, base hit between Cooper and Gantner. Cain goes to third. And now I'll bring up Travis Shaw, who has walked twice, scored twice, and stolen a base. All that, and he's 0 for 1. So runners in the corners, Cain and Yelich. Fingers from the stretch. Shaw, ground ball to Cooper, flips it to Fingers, and that will retire the side. Stretch time here in Milwaukee. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the National Leaguers after 6.5. Time to stretch and have an old Milwaukee, because it doesn't get any better than this. It's the National League 4, the American League nothing. And a reminder that this game, thanks to Kurt Berglund, was made possible from his gift to Patreon. Patreon.com /Retro Sports Network. Get any game you want played in the Action PC library by a $10 donation through Patreon. So it'll be Cooper, Simmons, and Ogilvy to face Shakeen. He will not go the distance, but he's going to make it awful difficult for the American Leaguers to get anything going here. Coop's 0 for 2. Shakeen delivers, and Cooper opposite field to left. Back goes Braun against the wall to make the catch. 1 out. They're hitting it hard, but hitting him right at him. Here's Simmons. Ted is 0 for 2. Shakeen cruising along, and there's a base hit in the right center. So Yelich will field that. See, it's the second time I jinxed him. So Simmons on, 1 out for Ogilvy, who's 0 for 2. So Shakeen's got to be getting to the point where he's getting tired. From the stretch. And it hit Ogilvy. And so there's life in the 82 Brewers yet. And here's Gorman Thomas, and for the first time the crowd just kind of gets into it. Thomas 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pena and Shakeen have a few words. Shakeen delivers, and Thomas strikes out. He swung on and missed a 2-2 pitch, and that'll do it. Craig Counsell comes out, and in comes the lefty Dan Jennings to face Roy Howell. But if you look at the splits, Howell's going to stay in. He hit .435 against a lefty. So Jennings, also a refugee from the Marlins, 4-5 last year with a save and an ERA of 3.22. In 64 1/3 innings, he allowed 66 hits, 6 homers. That's good news if you're an American League fan. 23 walks and 45 strikeouts. So Simmons on second, Ogilvy on first, Howell at the plate. And Jennings is ready. 4-0 National Leaguers. Here's the pitch. Howell. Let's going to loop this one in front of Yelich. Simmons will score. Ogilvy stops at third. And the American Leaguers are on the board. 4-1, 2 out for Charlie Moore, who was 0 for 1 with a walk. And let's see what Counsell does with Jennings here. He pitches, and Moore right back to the pitcher, over to Aguilar, and the side is retired. But the American League 82 squad gets a run on 2 hits and no errors. After 7, National League Brewers 4, the Wallbangers 1. So it'll be Aguilar, Braun, and Moustakas for the National Leaguers here in the 8th. Aguilar 0 for 2. He is struck out, sac fly, and has an RBI. Fingers delivers, and that ball is gone. Right down the left field line, and Aguilar takes a quick trip around the bases, and it's 5-1 National League. That was a laser beam that Fingers got too much of the plate of, and Ogilvy turned and watched it go. And so they're whooping it up, at least for now, in the National League dugout. Here's Ryan Braun. Ryan 1 for 2 with 2 RBI and a single. Fingers, and I hit him. Oh, ho, ho. And now we're going to go. Braun and Fingers exchange some words. Simmons and Braun throw some punches. Simmons is gone. And that's it. That hit him in the midsection. Simmons and Braun exchange some words. And Fingers is gone too. So Fingers, Simmons, and, well, Braun will stay in the game. So Jim Slayton will come in. So Fingers, although he wasn't ejected by the game, gave up the home run. And then they hit by the pitch. And so Ted Simmons is done. Simmons and Braun kind of scuffled. The bench is emptied. So Charlie Moore will get his catching gear on. And Marshall Edwards will bat fourth and clean up after the fight. How about that? So Jim Slayton went 10-6 with 6 saves and had a 3.29 ERA. In 117 innings, he allowed 117 hits, 14 homers, 41 walks, 59 strikeouts. And you wouldn't think that kind of a glorified intramural matchup would spark a fight. But, you know, our Aguilar, I didn't see him do anything. He just kind of kept his nose down and went around the bases. And Braun just got plunked. And there was some intent there. Throw to first. Braun is... What? And Moore's gone. What? Nope, he's not. He's not gone. Braun is back to first. I don't know what that was. The chalkboard kind of coughed up a hairball there. So Braun is back. Moustakas 1 for 3. He has a single and an RBI, but the RBI came on a sac fly. Slayton delivers. Ground ball to Cooper. Takes it to first to get Moustakas. And Braun will move to second for the first out. So here's Thames. He's 0 for 3. So Slayton wasn't expecting to pitch. They figured that Raleigh would go the distance. And it just didn't work out that way. Pitch to Thames is a fly ball to right. Marshall Edwards goes in the corner, makes the catch. Braun will tag and go to third easy. Edwards, by the way, a good defender. He's an 8-6 in right. And Moore a 4-5 behind the plate. Manny Pena's 0 for 2. He's got a walk and a strikeout. So Gantner, Molitor, and Yount against We'll See for the National Leaguers. in the bottom of the 8th. Slayton deals Pena, ground ball to Molitor over to Cooper, and that will retire the side. But Taylor Williams will come in to pitch in the bottom of the 8th for the National League Brewers. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 fight. No errors. 7.5 down. 5-1 National League. Williams went 1-3 with a 4.25 ERA. In 53 innings, he allowed 53 hits, 6 homers, walked 25, and struck out 57. Gantner had the first hit in the ballgame in the 6th inning for the American Leaguers, and is 1 for 2. Williams pitch struck him out. 0-2 pitch in at the knees for strike 3. 1 away for Molitor, who's 0 for 3. Williams works quick. Ground ball to Moustakas over to Aguilar, 2 away. Here's Robin Yount, 0 for 3. Williams deals, and there's a ground ball off by Shaw in front of the bag. Over to Aguilar, and down goes the Wallbangers again. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the 9th. The 18 Brew Crew 5, the American League Crew 1. So here's Arcia. He is 1 for 3 with a double. Kane and Yelich to follow. And this is Slayton's game, by the way. Arcia strikes out. Slayton got a 1-2 pitch in there at the knee. Strike 3. So here's Kane. He's 1 for 3. 5th time through the lineup. He's got a single, a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. Slayton deals. Struck him out. A 1-2 off-speed pitch for strike 3, and there's 2 away. By the way, Cooper, Edwards, and Ogilvie for Harvey Wallbangers in that half of the 9th. Yelich is ready. He's 3 for 4. Has singled 3 times, struck out, and scored once. Slayton deals. Fly ball to right. Here comes Edwards, and the side is down. Well, no runs, no hits, no errors, and no pitching change, at least for the moment. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The National League Brewers 5, the American League Wallbangers 1. So here's Cooper. He is 0 for 3. Williams, and there's a ground ball to Shaw in the hole over to Aguilar, 1 away. Here's Marshall Edwards. He came in when Ted Simmons was ejected. Charlie Moore went and caught, and Edwards went in the game in right field. 247, 2 homers, and 14 RBI. Pitch from Williams, and Edwards slaps that one in the hole and right for a single. And so there's life in the American League team yet. Here's Ben Ogilvie. He's 0 for 2. We'll see how long they go with Taylor Williams now. Not a safe situation. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. Ogilvie swung on and missed on an 0-2 pitch. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, and here comes Gorman Thomas, who's 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. So Thomas draws the walk, and Williams stays in the game. It's Roy Howell, who is 1 for 3. Who have I got? Well, I'm going to go with Don Money. Money at 284, 16 homers, 55 RBI. Edwards on second, Thomas on first. Money at the plate. Williams and Pena make sure they're on the same page. And here's the pitch. Popped up right side. Aguilar over by the stands, and someone from Madison makes that catch. So the count is full. 3-2. 2 out. Runners are going. Here's the and so the tying run comes to the plate. And here comes Jacob Barnes. Kind of a strange decision here, but you are up 4. 0-1 in 18 with 2 saves, so we can close it out. And this is now a save situation. The tying run is at the plate. .333 ERA, 48 and 2/3 innings, 51 hits, 4 homers, 23 walks, and 47 strikeouts. So Charlie Moore is 0 for 2 with a walk. He can make this much more interesting if he can extend the game. And if he does, Jim Gantner's on deck. Pitch from Barnes, roller to Arcia, flips it to Shaw, and the 18 Brewers take game 1, 5-1. So, Shakeen goes 6 2/3 innings. He didn't even have plus stuff. He held the American League team to 2 hits. A run it was earned. He walked 1 and struck out 3. Dan Jennings, Williams, Jennings gets the hold. Williams goes an inning and 2/3, allows a hit, and Barnes gets the last out for the save. Vukovic just did not pitch well. 6 2/3 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 4 and struck out 4. Had minus stuffed fingers. You were kind of figuring it was going to go the distance, but he gave up a solo shot and then promptly plunked Ryan Braun, and the bench is empty. Jim Slayton goes 2 perfect innings to close the door. But at the end of game 1, it's Milwaukee 5, the Brew Crew 1. So we'll set up game 2. We'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so we're back. The roof is open here at Miller Park, which I'm kind of surprised. 65 degrees. Winds are blowing in from Dine, so everyone's there and they're looking out. There's a ballpark that kind of resumed out there. So let's see, any changes here for game 2? Well, Wade Miley's on the hill for Milwaukee for the National League team. We're no DH in this game. So 5-2 Miley record with a 2.57 ERA. The Cat will up 80 and 2/3 innings, 71 hits, 3 homers, 27 walks, 50 strikeouts. So again, at least from the start, it looks like Miley's the better pitcher. Mike Caldwell's throwing for Milwaukee. Don Sutton would throw game 3. Got to get there first. So it's Molitor, Yount, and Cooper, 1, 2, 3. Simmons, Ogilvie, and Thomas, 4, 5, 6. Moore, Gantner, and Caldwell. Defensively, no changes for the National League team, but there's no DH, and Braun will bat third. So it's Kane, Yelich, and Braun, Aguiar, Shaw, and Moustakas, Pena, Arcia, and Miley. Caldwell about 115 pitches. Miley should go about 100. I'm managing the National League team this time, and so we'll see. So this will be we're going to go. So no changes on the defense, just Braun will bat third. So Miley's ready. Molitor went 0 for 4 in game 1. And so let's do this. Game 2, 65 degrees, winds blowing in from left. The roof is open at 9. Miley, the left-hander, deals, and Molitor singles up the middle, and that's how this one starts. So a better start for the Wallbangers here in game 2. And I'll bring up Robin Yount, who went 0 for 4 in game 1. Molitor not a threat to steal. Miley's pitch. Yount slaps that one to right field. Yount pick it up. Got a late start on it. Should have had it. And so instead, the Wallbangers, who are going, my God, what a gorgeous place this is. And runners on first and second. Nobody out for Cecil Cooper. Cecil went 0 for 4 in game 1. Miley delivers. Fly ball to center. Kane, 1 away. Miley will tag and try to get third. Kane's got a cannon. The throw to Moustakas is not in time. So Molitor is on third. And Yount is on second. So 1 out, 2 in scoring position for Ted Simmons. Ted went 1 for 3 before his ejection and scored a run. In fact, he scored, I think, the lone run in game 1. Miley delivers. Fly ball to left. Braun goes back. Makes the catch. Molitor will tag. and the throw just goes in, and they'll concede the run. So the Wallbangers put the first run up on the board, 1-0. Here's Ogilvy, 0 for 3 in game 1 with a strikeout. Miley deals, and there's a ground ball to Shaw over to Aguilar, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. Half an inning in the books in game 2. This time the American Leaguers get first blood. They got 1. Here come the National Leaguers. And so Mike Caldwell had a good whip of 1-2-6-7. 258 innings, 269 hits. He went 17-13, but a 3.91 ERA and allowed 30 homers. And this team is just loaded with power. 58 walks and 75 strikeouts. Kane went 1 for 4. Struck out twice, walked, and scored in the opener. Caldwell deals, and there's a base hit left side. So the National Leaguers get a hit. Yelich is up. He went 3 for 5 in game 1. Singled 3 times, scored, and struck out. Caldwell's pitch. Fly ball to right. Moore dropped it, but caught it. He caught it, he snow-coned it, he juggled it, and he dropped it trying to throw. So the out is there, and Kane just kind of goes back to first and say, yeah, whatever. Brings up Ryan Braun, who at 1 for 2 was hit by a pitch, drove in 2. Pitch from Caldwell. Ground ball to Yount. Cantner for 1, over to Cooper, and that's 2. So no runs, a hit, no errors. After 1, it's the American Leaguers 1, the National Leaguers 0. So it'll be Gorman, Thomas, Charlie Moore, and Jim Gantner. Gorman went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a walk in game 1. And this time he loses a base hit in front of Braun and left. Another poor play by the National Leaguers. And that's the 3rd hit for this Milwaukee squad. Charlie Moore back in right field. 0 for 3. Did a decent job catching at the end and drew a walk. Miley. And more bunts. Pena throws it down to Shaw covering, and they got him. So the American League team plays some National League baseball, and Gorman Thomas moves to second on the sacrifice bunt. How about that? So 1 out for Gantner, who went 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Had a hit in the 9th and couldn't do anything with it. Ground ball up the middle. Shaw behind the bag at second. Over to Aguilar for the 2nd out. So Thomas goes to 3rd, and there's 2 out for Mike Caldwell, who cannot bunt and is forced to swing. Here's where the DH, lack of DH, really hurts the American League squad. Miley struck him out, as you'd expect. 1-2 in at the knees for strike 3, and that will retire the side. Another hit for the 82 team, no runs and no errors. 1.5 down. It's 1-0 American League. So Aguilar went 1 for 3 in game 1. Jesus had that home run, which prompted the fight when Fingers fired at Braun. Caldwell's pitch. Aguilar lines 1 to Molitor for the out at 3rd. 1 away for Shaw, who walked twice. He went 0 for 2. He scored twice and stole a base. Caldwell delivers. Fly ball to right. Moore is there. 2 away. So Caldwell doing his business. Here's Moustakas. Went 1 for 4 in the opener. RBI and a single. Caldwell's pitch. Right back up the middle. Throw to first. And the side is down. So no runs, no hits, and no errors. We played 2 in game 2. Milwaukee's 82 squad won. The modern day team zip. So Miley threw 9 batters, 27 pitches, 2 innings, 3 hits, and a strikeout. The 1 run scored by Molitor following a single is the only thing on the scoreboard. Miley's pitch. Molitor. Fly ball to center. Kane 1 away. Miller Park, by the way, kind of one of the more underappreciated parks, I think, in baseball. Asymmetrical dimensions, which isn't on that uncommon anymore. The roof is open. It's a nice night. Certainly a step above County Stadium, which in its own time was a nice place to play a game. He out has a single. He's 1 for 1. Miley delivers. Fly ball to center. Kane moves to the right side and makes it for the out. 2 out for Cooper, who is 0 for 5 now. Miley delivers, and Cooper singles into right center. Yelich will pick it up, and that's the 4th hit. Brings up Ted Simmons, who had a sac fly in the first. Can drive home Molitor, the game's only run. Miley deals, and Simmons pops it up left side. Arcia and Moustakas calls for it, and he's got it. So no runs, a hit, no errors. 2.5 in the books. National Leaguers lead 1-0. So it'll be Manny Pena, Arcia, and Wade Miley, who's thrown 44 pitches through 3. Caldwell faces Pena, who is 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. And Pena flies out one to center. Back goes Ogilvy and Thomas. That's going to grab the wall. Pena's in with a double. And that's the 2nd hit for the National League. So Arcia is 1 for 4 and with a double. Struck out and grounded into a double play. So the tying run is on second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to right. Moore has got it. Pena goes back to tag. And Counsell says just kind of stay right there. Wade Miley really can't bunt, but he's going to have to here. Cooper and Molitor come in. Miley went 5 for 27 on the year with 11 strikeouts. Good luck, Wade. He gets it down. Simmons throws to Gantner covering, and that's a base hit. No, it's an error. The throw goes in the outfield. Simmons got it, and he threw it away. And so Pena goes to 3rd. Miley's on first with the error. And the National League squad has runners in the corners and 1 out for Lorenzo Cain, who started the night with a single. So through 9 batters, Mike Caldwell 35 pitches, 2 1/3 innings, 2 hits, and that's it. But he's in a world of hurt here following the error by Simmons. Pitch to Kane. Fly ball to center. Back goes Thomas. This should tie it. He got it. Pena scores without a throw. And it's 1-1. Brings up Christian Yelich, who's 0 for 1. Time for me to take a drink. So the wind is dulled. It's down to 1 mile an hour from left center. So Miley on first, 2 out. And Caldwell at the ready. He delivers, and Yelich up the middle, base hit. Thomas picks. Miley will go to 3rd. And the National Leaguers have runners in the corners for Ryan Braun, who grounded into a double play his first time up. 1-1, bottom of the 3rd. Caldwell's pitch struck him out. He got him on an 0-2 pitch, fastball or off-speed pitch, strike 3 called. But the National Leaguers tie the game on a run, 2 hits, and 1 error by Ted Simmons after 3. 6-2 and even, or 1-1. Ben Ogilvy, is 0 for 1. Thomas and Moore to follow as Miley starts the 4th. Ogilvy, fly ball shallow right. Yelich comes in and makes a diving stop to grab the out. So the White Pants have a nice big grass stain on them. 1 away for Storm and Gorman, who singled his first time up. Pitch to from Miley, ground ball, base hit left side. It got past Arcia, and that's the 5th hit for the Wallbangers. Here's Charlie Moore. Bunted his first time up. Only a 4 bunter, too, so Miley delivers, and Moore hits a base hit into right center field. Kane will pick it up. Thomas will hold, and with one out, the Wallbangers have runners on first and second for Jim Gantner. Caldwell to follow, so that's the best news. So Miley, lefty versus lefty. Gantner's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Struck him out. And so now there's 2 out for Caldwell, who struck out his first time up. Miley delivers. Fly ball to center. Kane moves over to make the catch. And the side is retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. 3.5 in the books. Milwaukee won, the Brewers won. So it'll be Aguilar, Shaw, and Moustakas for the National Leaguers here in the bottom of the 4th. Aguilar 0 for 1. Caldwell 45 pitches through 3. So 15 per inning is about what you'd expect. Aguilar, fly ball to left. Ogilvy goes back, makes the catch. Much better sod here indoors or at the new place than the old place. Remember, at County Stadium, the Packers would play there twice a year. Maybe even an exhibition game. So it was kind of chewed up a bit for football. Here, all baseball all the time. Travis Shaw, by the way, is 0 for 1. Right side, Gantner, 2 away. For Moustakas is 0 for 1. So Caldwell's pitched well. Just had the 1 bad inning. American Leaguers have left 5 on. The National Leaguers have stranded 2. Caldwell's pitch, strike 3. Moustakas looked at 1 on the outside corner on a no runs, no hits, no errors. After 4, it's 1-1 Milwaukee. So through 18 batters, Wade Miley, 4 innings, 60 pitches, 6 hits, and 2 strikeouts. The 1 run came from Molitor, who's 1 for 2. He singled to start the ballgame. Pitch from Miley. Molitor sends this one into shallow left center. Kane comes in, makes the catch, and that's a 6 putout. Brings up Yount, who's 1 for 2. Miley delivers, and that's a ground ball to Shaw, over to Aguilar, and 2 away. So Craig Counsell's got to be thrilled with the effort he's seen for Wade Miley. Cecil Cooper has got a single, 1 for 2. Miley deals, ground ball to Arcia, over to Aguilar, and the side is retired. Halfway home in the second game of this set, it's Milwaukee 1, the Brewers 1. And so the in-game box score for Game 2. Again, Miley 5 innings, 6 hits, a run. It was earned. And Caldwell has given up an unearned run and 3 hits through 4. And here's the batting box score. Thomas is 2 for 2. Pena and Molitor have the runs. Simmons has the RBI for the 82 squad. And Kane has it for the National League squad. So Pena, Arcia, and Miley here in the 5th to face Caldwell. Pena doubled and scored in the 3rd. Pitch from Caldwell. And there's a liner right to Molitor, hooking the line at 3rd. 1 away. Nice catch. Brings up Arcia, who's 0 for 1. Caldwell's pitch. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Just got past Yount. And Miley's going to bunt. He reached on when Simmons couldn't handle it. So 1 out, and Cooper and Molitor play in for the bunt. Caldwell delivers, rolls foul, and the count is 0-2. And so we'll do it again. Infield playing back now, but Miley really can't hit. He gets it down. Simmons throws to second. Yount for 1. Over to Cooper. Do they turn it? Yes, they do. 2, 6, 3, 4. 2-6-4 on the double. No, 2-6-3. Cooper went back and had to leap for it and came down with it. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors. The bunt double play hurts after 5. American League and National League all tied up at 1. So Simmons, Ogilvy, and Thomas to face Miley here in the 6th. Simmons is 0 for 1. He's got himself an RBI. Sac fly. Not this time. Ground ball to Shaw at second over to Aguiar for the out. 1 away. Brings up Ogilvy. Ben is 0 for 2. 6 hits for the Wallbangers. 4 hits for Council's kids. Pitched from Miley. Struck him out. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So that's the 3rd for Miley. And they'll bring up Gorman Thomas, who is 2 for 2. 2 singles. Not a 3rd. Right back to Miley. Over to Aguiar. And that will retire the side. So the 82 squad goes down in order. 5.5 down. 1-1. Milwaukee. One of the great mysteries in life. So it'll be the top of the lineup for the National Leaguers. Kane, Yelich, and Braun. Lorenzo has a single and an RBI. And a sac fly. So the single, that came in the 3rd. So Caldwell threw 18, 65 pitches, 5 innings, 4 hits, and 2 strikeouts. Pitch to Kane. There's a liner to Cooper, 1 away. Brings up Yelich, who's 1 for 2. Got a single. So I hear a motorcycle off in the distance behind me. This is the home for Harley Davidson, but I really do hear a motorcycle in the distance. Pitch to Yelich, and there's a ground ball to Gantner. Takes his time, throws to Cooper for the out. Brings up Ryan Braun, who has struck out and grounded into a double play. So Caldwell has done due diligence to keep the 18 team in good shape. Here's Braun, fly ball left center. Back goes Thomas. Oh, way back there. He's got it on the track. And that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. We played 6. It's still 1-1 Milwaukee. Everybody wins. And so Miley probably can go to 7th. Charlie Moore, Jim Gantner, and probably we'll see what they do with Caldwell. Pitch-wise, Caldwell should stay in the game. Moore's got himself a single and a sac bunt. And this time it's a ground ball to Aguiar. Makes a diving play over to Miley, and that's an out. So Aguiar with the good defense. 1 away for Gantner. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Miley winds and deals. Up the middle, base hit. So let's see what they do with Caldwell here. It was 0 for 2, but pitch count-wise, he is in good shape. It's warm in here, so the fan's coming on. Gonna stay in the game and flies this one to right. Not gonna bunt. Yelich is there. Gantner goes back for the out. 2 away for Molitor. 1 for 3. Of course, American League pitchers didn't have a bunt rating in 82, so it makes sense that the computer chose not to bunt him. Molitor. Miley threw 27 batters, 6 2/3 innings, 7 hits, 3 strikeouts. 88 pitches. A run it was earned. Molly's 1 for 3. He started the game with a single and scored. Pena and Miley converge. Signs together, and Molitor drops this one to Miley. Over to Aguiar for the bang-bang play. Kind of an excuse-me swing. And that'll do it. No runs, a hit, no error. Stretch time here in Game 2. Again. Some old Milwaukee. It doesn't get any better than this. After 6.5, 1-1. So Miley may start the 8th. 90 pitches. We'll see. Aguiar is 0 for 2. Caldwell's only thrown 74 as we start the bottom of the 7th. And Aguiar sends this one to deep center. Thomas goes back to make the catch. 1 away. 1 run, 7 hits, an error for the Brew crew of 82. They've left 6 on. They've had their chances. The National League champions, the National Leaguers, a run on 4 hits and no errors. They've left 2 on. Caldwell has just been that effective. It's what they needed after Game 1. If there is a Game 3, it'll be taped on the next taping day, which would be Wednesday, and it will be Gio Gonzalez and Don Sutton. Shaw is 0 for 2. Ball 4. So Shaw draws the walk for Moustakas, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. So the Brewers got something going here in the bottom of the 7th with 1 out. Caldwell will work from the stretch. There's no wind now in 56 degrees. Roof is open, just as nice as you can have in Wisconsin. Moustakas strikes out. Caldwell threw 3 around the plate, and Moustakas just watched that one for strike 3. So that's 3 for Caldwell. And it brings up Manny Pena, who doubled and scored in the 3rd. Arcia on deck. Caldwell delivers, and Pena flies this one to shallow center. Thomas comes in to make the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7 in the books. Milwaukee 1, Milwaukee 1. Almost New York, New York. I don't know. It'll be Yount, Cooper, and Simmons for the Wallbangers. Yount 1 for 3. And Miley, well, I suppose with a bullpen it doesn't matter. You're going to pinch hit for him anyway. But Miley is probably down to his last base runner. Yount, fly ball to right. Yelich, 1 away. For Cecil Cooper is 1 for 3. Got himself a single. Miley's pitch. Fly ball, left field, opposite field. Braun goes in the corner and makes the catch against the wall. 2 out for Ted Simmons, who was 0 for 2 with an RBI. Sac fly in the 1st. Miley deals. Ground ball to Shaw. How about Wade Miley? Throw to Aguilar and makes to retire the side. So Wade Miley goes 8 innings, allowing 7 hits and a run to go to the bottom of the 8th. 1-1. It'll be Arcia, a pinch hitter, and Kane against Caldwell here in the 8th. Arcia 1 for 2. He's got himself a single. Base hit left side past Yount. And the go-ahead run is on. And let's see. Against the lefty. And it'll be Jonathan Villar with 261, 6 homers, and 22 RBI. So the go-ahead run is on first. And Caldwell waits for Villar to take some practice cuts. Now we're ready. From the stretch. Ball 4. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O, 2 squad. And that'll bring up Kane. Lorenzo, 1 for 2. Single and an RBI. That came in the 3rd. So through 27 batters, Caldwell has done everything the 82 team can ask for. And more. 7 innings, 7 innings plus. 93 pitches, 5 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. Kane is 1 for 2. And eats up lefties like Caldwell. Nobody out. Ground ball, base hit, center field. Arcia scores. Villar goes to 3rd. And it's now 2-1. So Yelich at the plate. Yelich is 1 for 3. Infield guarding the lines. Molitor and Cooper are hugging him. Nobody out. I'm surprised they're not playing him in. Simmons goes out to talk to Caldwell. And here's the pitch. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Villar will score. Kane will hold at second. And it's 3-1. Brings up Ryan Braun, who's 0 for 3. Grounded into a double play and struck out. Nobody out. Bottom of the 8th, 3-1, National Leaguers. Caldwell delivers, ball 4. But when are they coming to get him? They're loaded for Aguilar, who's 0 for 3. Caldwell's pitch, base hit left field. Kane will score. Molitor should have had that. Yelich will hold. And it's now 4-1. And the bases are loaded and nobody out. And we're going to make the executive decision to make a pitching change. Again, it's Fingers. So the bases are loaded, nobody out. 4-1 National Leaguers. Fingers faced 4 batters. He got 1 out, 2 hits, a home run into a fight. Travis Shaw is 0 for 2. Travis Shaw has just won the game. That is a grand slam in the upper deck in right field. And Raleigh Fingers just kind of hangs head. And that is long gone. 8-1. Both benches are warned as Moustakas steps up. Not to get into any funny business. Moustakas is 0 for 3. He struck out twice. Fingers delivers. Ground ball to Gantner. Fingers is covering. 1 away. So here's Manny Pena, 1 for 3. He's got a double and a run scored. Fingers deal. Strike 3. So now that the damage is done, Raleigh settles in. And it'll be Ogilvie, Thomas, and Moore in the 9th. Arcia is 2-3. He singled twice and scored. And this time he grounds one up the middle for a base hit. And so for the 82 Brewers, it's been just a bad night. VR, the pinch hitter, wow, they've batted around. Scored 7 runs here in the inning for the 18 team. Fingers delivers, struck him out, and that will retire the side. But the grand slam by Travis Shaw for Raleigh Fingers. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors. After 8, it's the National Leaguers 8. The American League needs a miracle. 1. And I suppose if you're going to go for the save, it is lefty, righty, righty. You're going to go with Jeremy Jeffers. Although it's not a save situation, the computer doesn't care. He went 8-1 in last year with 15 saves and an ERA of 1.29. He threw 76 2/3 innings for the National League Central champions. 49 hits, 5 homers, 27 walks, and 89 strikeouts. Ogilvie, Thomas, and Moore. Ogilvie's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Jeffers delivers. Ground ball to Shaw over to Aguilar. 1 away. Gorman Thomas, 2 for 3. Went 2 for 6 in the series. Jeffers delivers. Ground ball, base hit. So Thomas goes 3 for 4. That's the 8th hit for the 82 team. A run and 8 hits and an error. They've left 6 on. When they've had chances, they've just not taken care of it. 8 runs, 10 hits, and no errors for the Brewers. And Raleigh Fingers gave up that grand slam to Travis Shaw. Charlie Moore is 1 for 2. Jeffers delivers. Strike 3. 2 out. On a 2-2 fastball at 95. Here's Gantner, last chance saloon here for the Wallbangers. 1 for 3. Single and a strikeout. Jeffers deals. Ground ball to Moustakas over to Shaw. And the 18 team will sweep 2-0 as they win game 2. 8-1. So 8 hits, 1 run, 8 hits, an error for the 82 team. Thomas went 3 for 4. He hit 429. Would you think that? But as a team, they hit 188 in those 2 games. The 18 team just did what they had to do. Kane, Yelich, and went a combined 4 for 7. Shaw with a grand slam. Arcia went 3 for 4. So Wade Miley, I mean, this is, we'll talk about it in a minute. 8 innings, 7 hits, a run, it was earned. Jeffers allowed a hit and a strikeout and faced 4 batters. Mike Caldwell did what he could. Computer left him in too long. 7 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, walked 3, struck out 3. And Raleigh Fingers gave up another home run. So back-to-back homers on 2 nights, but no fight this time around. Okay, so Kurt, I'm sorry, that's not what you wanted. You wanted the 82 team to be, as the cat claws into my leg, a bit more competitive than that. I think you just happened to run into 2 very hot pitchers. Shakeen took a no-hitter in the 6th, and who would have thought that in today's baseball, where relievers are used like, interchangeable, that Wade Miley would go 8 innings and only throw 99 pitches. You just kind of got right into a buzzsaw. The top of the Milwaukee rotation was better than the 82 rotation. Vukovic won 18, but there was a bit more give and take in that sort of game. And so I'm not to say that this is better or that's better. When we played out 162 games between these 2 teams, the 82 squad was the better team. I think they won 87, 88 games over a course of 162. But in a short series like this, anything can happen. The 18 team had an ERA of 1, and the 82 team had an ERA of 6.35. So be curious to see what you get in your other game engines. I know you played the APA, and again, the 18 team swept that and swept by big numbers. You said that you thought that their OPS was better and stuff. And again, the 82 team could hit, but they couldn't necessarily pitch. And the Cardinals in that World Series had Joaquin Andujar a better bullpen. But the Brewers did force the St. Louis into 7 games. But I don't think it's really fair to compare different eras there. I mean, this is much more of a home run and a strikeout era. But the 18 team made solid contact and took advantage of the other team's mistakes. Ted Simmons had the error tonight, which tied the game in the 3rd. He got thrown out of game 1 when he and Ryan Braun got into it, which I thought was kind of cool. One of those things, and the 82 Brewers had plenty of chances early on tonight and just couldn't do anything with it. Again, you run into a hot pitcher in a very short series and anything can happen. So be curious to see how you do with the strat and the deep dive, and if you want to talk about it on the air, be happy to have you. But I really wouldn't read too much into this. Over 2 games, yes, you got a blowout and a close one, and the 82 team went 0-2. But I would not say that is a sign that early 80s baseball is bad or that modern baseball is superior. You just ran into a buzzsaw and Sakeen in game 1, and Miley was just exceptional. You just can't beat that. I mean, he only struck out 3, and in 99 pitches, he threw 73 strikes and 26 balls. He faced 31 batters, which is almost unheard of today. You just got the wrong end of the stick twice. In fact, Miley could have thrown 106 pitches. All right, I'm sorry that's not what you wanted to have happen, but I'm very curious to see how you do. And if anyone else is interested in doing a project like this, patreon.com/retrosportsnetwork, or get a hold of me in one of the live games. We do them 2 afternoons a week at noon on Tuesday, noon on Thursday. We're going to be doing some AFL football Friday nights, and we're usually on a couple times during the weekend as well. Thank you so much, Kurt. I really hope you appreciate this. I enjoyed it, and curious to see what you got for results. Hopefully, in Strat and Deep Dive, you got at least a 3-game series. I'm Ron Juckett. Like I said, if you're interested in having something like this or whatever project you want done, it is patreon.com/sports network. And it's $10 for any game that you want. Anything else, just drop me a note and I'll be glad to talk with you. So, again, thanks to Kurt Berglund. You are a good friend, and we'll talk to you the next time.